Hello everybody, it's John Stacy. How y'all doing today? Um, I'm here at the Monument Health Black Hills Clinic where I am not allowed in. My wife has to come here for a monthly doctor's appointment to have some medical apparatus changed. And because my right to freedom of religion says that I do not have to wear a mask, but they say that I do. Okay, well, they are stepping on my constitutional rights to freedom of religion because God knows, and anybody that loves God and believes in God knows that He has said, if you do not fear it, it shall not harm you, for I am with you. So, unless you want to come stab me with a syringe full of COVID or flu or pneumonia or whatever else they got going on these days, I'm not going to get it. Okay? And in total honesty, out of all the times that I said I was sick just because I didn't want to get out of work, yeah, I'd pay for that. But I've never really been sick. The only times I've gotten sick are because of something that I've caused myself. But, no diseases or viruses or anything like that. An ulcer is from too much worry and caring, I guess. But anyway, I've tried to speak to people about it. In fact, they even called the police on me um, last time I was here, and the police said that my constitutional rights infringes on their constitutional rights. Okay, well, why is it that mine infringes on theirs, but theirs doesn't infringe on mine? So, but that's one of the things here in Rapid City is, oh, my glasses. I'm like, what is that? You don't have freedom of speech. We tried to do a protest for the newspaper in town because of some of the stuff that they were doing. They said, yeah, we'll give you the permit, but you got to go way out on Highway 16. And Highway 16 is basically a highway that goes around the outskirts of Rapid City where everybody is doing 65 miles an hour and nobody's going to be able to read your signs or stop and hear what you have to say. So basically, you don't have the right to freedom of speech because freedom of speech is, freedom to express yourself and say what you need to say where you need to say it, not where they tell you to, you know. Because you're not expressing your speech. You're not expressing what you have to say, you know. And it touches Rapid City for you, you know. You don't have employee rights. Every time you sign an employee application in this town, there's a line on the very bottom of it that basically you sign away your rights as an employee and they can fire you for whatever reason they want to. And there's nothing you can do about it. There have been people who've been fired for the craziest reasons. I got fired from one job because I wouldn't date the boss. You know, another fella at this store was they're supposed to be all on these homosexual rights and all that stuff and everything, but yet this fella got fired because he was homosexual. So um, you don't have rights in this town. So they say you do, but you don't. But anyway, I don't understand why there are 57 churches in this town and everybody claims to be Christians and I'm watching my dog there. Like Slinky Doodle. What you doing, girl? Nosing around? Huh? You nosing around? So there's 57 churches in this town and nobody will stand up for their rights to freedom of religion. Everybody says, oh, well, you got to take the lesser of two evils. I'm sorry, God is not an evil, and you do not take anything over God. I mean, did somebody say that God is a lesser, or like basically going against God is the lesser of two evils. I don't see how that's possible. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on that. The only good thing about Rapid City is the Sturgis, but even that, they've been staying out of Rapid City. There wasn't a lot of motorcycles in Rapid City this year, not like usual. But if you come here, just remember you don't have no rights. Even if they tell you do, or you think that you do, no, you don't. And the only way you're going to be able to fight is if you got $50,000-$60,000 for a retainer for an attorney, providing they don't have a conflict of interest. Because the attorneys in this town, when it comes to going, against police departments, fire departments, newspapers, hospitals, doctors, whatever, yada, 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 it won't happen. Because this town is still run by the same 2 families or 3 families that started it, and everybody knows everybody, and everybody's related to everybody, So, I mean, this is why nothing gets done, because nobody's going to sit there and go against a family member, or sit there and, take a case against their brother who's a cop, or, their brother who's a doctor just killed somebody, or some stuff like that. It's just not going to happen. So anyway, that's Rapid City for you. Nice place to visit during Sturgis, but other than that, stay away. It is not worth the time or the aggravation. Peace.